So which one should I buy? So welcome to another video. Rain outside, comfy chair, cup of coffee. So it's about time I chose another daily driver. Currently I'm using my camper van, my Volkswagen T5, as a daily driver. It's not really ideal for that. I've used it for a number of years, ever since I sold a Mercedes CLK a few years ago, just before lockdown. But recently I've been thinking I really ought to get something that can cruise the motorways in comfort and with a little bit more fuel efficiency than the T5 gives me. So I've initially set my budget to around about £8,000. I can go above that if you need to, but just thought that's a good starting point. So my thoughts are, do I go for a high mileage car that's maybe a bit newer? Do I go for something a little bit older with high mileage? Do I go for something very conventional? Do I go for something maybe a bit unusual? So I thought I'd start with Auto Trader. I put in a postcode that's close to home. It's not my postcode. And I thought I'd restrict the distance to within 50 miles of here. Now, ideally, I'd like something that's English or British, if you like. I have to confess, I'm not really a fan of ultra-modern cars and the gadgets that they've got. I do have a Jeep Cherokee that's got lane assistance, reversing cameras, radar, cruise control, all of that good stuff. It parks itself too. I switch all of it off. So that's not important to me. I do like parking sensors, so if I'm looking for fuel efficiency, probably want something quite modern as well, rather than older, and reliability as well. So I've set my budget to £8,000, and we'll have a look at the different makes. So there is an option of Ford, but I can't honestly think of a Ford that I would particularly want to buy. Jaguar, as you know, I'm a fan of Jaguar. That could be an option. Land Rover, Range Rover, probably too big and not fuel efficient enough for me. Vauxhall, the same as Ford. I can't really think of a Vauxhall that I particularly want to drive. So scrolling down, the only other one that I can point out that I might be interested in might be a Rover, and that would be a Rover 75. So let's have a look to see what Rover 75s are available. If I want fuel efficiency, I think the reality is I need to go diesel. So there's only 4 diesels. So the lowest mileage one is a 2004 with 36,000 miles. It says it's just been serviced. I think these cars of this age, I'd be lucky to find one with a full service history. So it'd have to be condition. I don't want a silver car. A red? That looks interesting. One owner car. Does say full service history. 2006. 89,000 miles. But look at the price. That's really cheap. So I think that's probably my only option. Is it me, or does the bonnet look like it's open slightly? The shutter line does match there. That's a bit odd. Definitely got some paint issues. And I do like the interior of these. I like the way it's quite traditional. It's automatic by the look of it. Could be interesting. So there's a list of things that are wrong with it. Could be a project, but I need something reliable, so I don't think that's an option. I think the reality then, it is Jaguar. So we've got the S-Type. Now the only diesels they've got are the 2.7 diesels, probably not fuel efficient enough. So what's the best option there? Looking for something with full service history. Stunning metallic black Jaguar, 71,000 miles, full service history. Quite a nice car. What colour is the interior? That's nice. But is this interior too similar to my XK? X-Type. Nice looking car. Next up, the XE. Well, the lowest one of those in my price range is 99,000 miles. Not a full service history. Next one down. 2 litre diesel portfolio, 163 horsepower. That would be very fuel efficient. Full service history. That's a nice car. The interior is very different, more modern. It's 54,000 miles above average. 3 owners. But what is good, it passes all the checks, apart from the number plate's changed. It probably had a private plate on it. Not a surprise. Running costs. Look at the MPG on this. Is that real? And no car tax. So next up is the XF. I'm going to ignore the XJ because it's too big. That looks an interesting car. So this is a 3 litre V6 premium luxury. £8,000. Says it's £584 below market value, so the price is good. Look at the mileage. And it's a one-owner car with service history. I do like the colour. Do I like the front end? The later ones were different. Interior's black. Then we go to the other end of the scale. So this is a good comparison. So this is the 3 litre diesel, premium luxury. £8,000. But it's on 113,000 miles, which is 43,000 above average. So my choice is from the small research I've done here. And this is what I'd be interested to see what other people's thoughts are. So please comment and let me know. Do I consider a 2006 Rover 75 for less than £2,000? Needs a bit of work. 89,000 miles. And I can increase the value of the car. But is it too much work for me to have a daily driver? So the next one is the S-Type. The issue with this, it's got the 2.7 litre diesel. Not as efficient as the 3 litre diesel. Do I like the looks of it? I'm not sure I do. And the interior is perhaps too similar to my XK. The mileage is not bad at 71,000 miles. 3 owners, full service history. All of that checks out. Obviously you need to see the car. I think that's probably a no as well. The running costs, so it's passed all the history checks. Running cost for £360 road tax. Combined 35 mile per gallon. It's not really much better than the van. So I think I've narrowed it down to either an XE or an XF. XE being newer, but high miles. So this one has got full service history, 3 owners. Black interior. I prefer the light interior. Lovely colour, I love that green. Passes all the history checks. Running costs are ridiculously low. Free road tax. That's astounding. I'm really not sure it could do 75 mile per gallon combined. Maybe it can. But do I want an interior that's quite that modern? So then we're down to comparing these two XFs. Both around £8,000. This mileage is incredible. One owner. Full service history. Running costs not as high as the S-Type, but still high. Mile per gallon better than the S-Type, but neither. So it would cost more to run on a day-to-day basis than the XE. Do I like it more? Not sure. This is the second version of the XF, where the front lights are the main obvious difference to the car. They look different. I don't know which one I prefer. This, in some ways I prefer a nice sweeping line, but this has got character. So they've both got the same engine. If I was to compare the XFs, they've both got the same engine, similar specifications, same price. But one's got 113,000 miles on it, one's got 27,000. So if I was to choose between those two, do I choose the high miler that's newer, or the one with low miles but it's older? Or do I choose the XE that's just cheaper to run? So the Euro 6 standard doesn't really matter to me. I don't go into big cities very often, so if there's the ULEZ charge, which I think is normally about £8 or £12.50 a day, depending where you are, won't affect me very much, so I'm not going to factor that in. The XE is a manual. That would put that one out for me. I definitely want an automatic. So from this, it's either the XF 2009 with 2000, or it's the 2014 XF. What would you choose? Thanks for watching. I'd be interested to see what you say. And I am going to go and buy a car. Will it be one of these, or will it be another one? Find out. Bye bye. So which one should I choose?